Welcome to Eat Well, Think Well, Live Well, the podcast for women who want to lose weight but are tired of counting and calculating all the food. I'm your host, Lisa Salisbury. I'm a certified health and weight loss coach and life coach, and most importantly, a recovered chronic dieter. I'll teach you to figure out why you are eating when you aren't hungry instead of worrying so much about what you are eating. Okay, welcome everybody. We have Jancee Wright here with us today. I'm super excited because she's a coach not in a wellness field, typically considered wellness. So she's really going to add something different to our podcast today. I'm just going to let her introduce herself right off the bat, and then we'll get going into our conversation.
Awesome, Lisa. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Jancee Wright. I am a mother of four, and I own a company called Finding Your Fancee, which I am a personal home organizing and life coach. And I help you get out of overwhelm and into action. And I love just helping ladies come to clarity of just having the things in their homes and their lives that they love and want to have there on purpose. So that's kind of my mission. And I'm just so excited to be here and to share some fun tips and ideas with all of you guys today.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys can't see this video, but of course her house is stunning. I just see this tiny little bit in the background and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Most of you know, I just finished a kitchen remodel. And so I have all these beautiful countertops and cabinets, and it's not cute because I haven't decorated cutely. So I do decoration too, but just the organization. Or do you do the decorating part too?
Oh, I love it both. I think they go hand in hand. So that's so fun. But congratulations on a new kitchen. How fun and exciting is that? I love it.
It was fun. I mean, that's not true. The remodel part wasn't fun. The having it and the cooking in it is fun.
The end result is amazing, right?
Yeah. We are going to get out of the kitchen today, though, and talk a little bit about our closets, mostly about our clothes for our bodies, because our bodies all need clothing at all of our different sizes, right? So
Yes.
it gets to be kind of a lot, though, when we are going through any kind of health changes. Maybe you're losing weight, maybe you're gaining weight. It feels like you constantly need new clothes. How do you manage all of that? Because as an organizing expert, I'm sure that you know the challenge of the multiple clothing sizes that most women have in their closets.
Yes. Yes. I love this question so much, Lisa. I've been in hundreds of homes and helped hundreds of ladies go through their clothes. And this is probably the biggest hardship is that our weight fluctuates and then we don't know what to do with the clothes that we have that maybe we want to fit into someday. And so it brings a lot of shame and kind of depression, right? And so I have a process that I use for every area in the home. And I kind of wanted to start and talk about that a little bit, which
Great.
is to find clarity, right? So I have a 6-step process that I teach my clients for every single space. And it's clarify, simplify, sort, systemize, style, and then refresh. So the step one is to clarify. So before your closet, you're getting all your closets, your clothes down to the things that you love and feel confident in, and you want there on purpose, we first need to clarify how you want to present yourself to the world. And then we'll simplify and systemize and then style your closet. So these mindset and physical shifts they will not only help you create the closet of your dreams, but they also will ensure that your wardrobe reflects and supports those bigger goals, which could be to lose weight. So understanding and elevating your personal style it's often really just the catalyst for bigger and deeper changes in your life. So once you curate your closet to reflect who you are and where you want to go, you'll show up in the world as a more present and intentional and confident version of yourself, no matter what your current weight is.
Okay, that's amazing. We all want that, right?
Right? We all want that. That feels amazing. So I love to start with a lot of questions with my clients when we do this. What does the next chapter in your life look like? And what image or identity do you want to step into and project to the world when you leave your closet and leave your room? So your personal style should be a mixture of functional present and then your aspirational future, right? So it's really worth taking the time to clarify and ask yourself lots of questions so that you can define what your style goal is and also your personal goals because they are interchangeable. So
Okay.
asking
Can
yourself,
you
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, no, can you just give us an example of like maybe a client example or yourself, what
Yeah.
that kind of looks
Yeah.
like in real life?
Yes. So, for instance, one of the questions that you could ask is, what do you want to accomplish this year? So, for myself, I have made it a goal that I'm going to do rim to rim for the Grand Canyon. So, this has been a big goal that I've had this year. I turned 50. And
Mm,
so, my goal, I had 5 goals before I wanted to turn 50. One was to do the rim to rim. So, as far as that goes with the clothes that I have, so, what are the clothes that I would need to have in my closet in order to do rim to rim? Okay, well, I'm probably going to need some workout clothes. I'm going to need the shoes. I'm going to need the tank tops or whatever, right? So, just sitting down and saying, "Okay, this is my goal. What are the clothes that I'm going to need for that? And do I have clothes that currently function for that, or have I gained weight and I need to purchase something that will go with this goal that I have?" So that's for my personal. As far as for a client, I've had clients who have had personal goals of losing like 15 to 20 pounds, right?
mhm,
And so they have maybe some clothes in their closet that every time they look at these clothes, they have this guilt and shame that comes on. And
mm,
that doesn't make you motivated and excited to go out and try to lose weight. Like you just kind of have this guilt. You feel guilty that you used to be that size, you used to be able to fit in those clothes. And so we talk about those goals that they have and where they're at. And we start with where they're at. So let's take out all those clothes that no longer fit you and that are causing that guilt and shame. And let's put them in a pile and let's fold them up and let's put them up in a container that says future and let's
mhm.
put it away for a while. But let's get it completely out of your closet. Let's put it in a storage unit or a storage room or the garage or an attic somewhere that is out of sight, out of mind, and you're just focusing on loving yourself right where you're at. So
Okay.
we talk about that, and that's I feel like that's key. That's so important to just get those clothes out for now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes the answers to the questions is, "Oh, we need to acquire more in this area."
Right.
And
Right.
sometimes the answer is we need to eliminate some of these
Yes.
items.
And that's why it's really good to ask yourself questions and really get some clarity. What is my goal? What do I want from this? Right.
Mhm.
So there's 10 things that I always talk about with my clients about how to clarify what your style is, because once you have identified what your style is, then we can move on to, okay, I've lost weight or I've gained weight or these are my goals. What do I really need to just keep in my closet? Right.
Mhm.
So the first thing is I always like to tell my clients to find your style crush, whether that's like a cute girl in your neighborhood or that's like a celebrity, it doesn't matter. But who is your style crush? We all have style crushes, right? Especially as
Okay.
women, right? What do you love about their look? What do you love about it? What do you love about their shape or their silhouette or their color combos? And just really thinking about that person and what they layer and their textures. And then you write it down on the notes on your phone. I highly encourage this for everything. So you're like, hey, what is my style? I want to identify what that is. So, what is my style? Style is the top of your note. And then you're writing down, well, I really like layers. I really like textures. I really like pinks or whatever color it is that you like. And then just go on a style finding mission, honestly. Which elements do you want to bring into your own closet? Okay, so just really getting some clarity on what you even like, because a lot of times what we do is whatever influencers are showing us or whatever we're seeing, we think, well, that looks cute on them. That's going to look cute on me too. Right. So then you buy it
Mhm.
and maybe you just don't feel like yourself. You don't feel confident in that. And so really defining like finding a style crush, somebody that you just love the way that they dress and kind of starting there. The second thing is to create a style profile. So just really brainstorming all the ideas that feel really authentic to you. Like, is it an elevated? Is it refined? Do you like preppy? Do you like more bohemian, maybe more relaxed? Fancy, right? Finding your fancy. Do you like something tailored or natural? Just like really defining that. And then just make a mood board, and you can cut things out of magazine, pin them off of Pinterest, or
I was just
just,
gonna ask, do you
yeah,
recommend like creating Pinterest boards for this
Pinterest
to
board.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like your mood board, and you're really getting and defining what kind of your style is. So having the clarity about your personal style, it will simplify the process of simplifying your wardrobe. And it will also help you shop with intention and avoid that misguided impulses of buying in the future, just to just to satisfy how you're feeling at the time.
Okay.
The third thing is to become your own fashion icon. So pull out a few of your favorite outfits from your existing wardrobe. And if you get stuck, ask yourself what you would wear out if you wanted to feel like you were really killing it that day, and which pieces really make you feel amazing. I always encourage my clients, do a fashion show. Do it for your kids. If you have kids, they're very honest and they will tell you
Yes.
that looks amazing, or no, mom, I don't like that. Right. And the ones that you feel amazing in yourself, take a picture of yourself and put those on the notes on your phone too. This is kind of an inspirational guide that you can add to that style profile. Like, when I wore this, I feel amazing. What is it? Is
Mm.
it jeans? Is it a t-shirt? Is it tight jeans and a baggier shirt? What is it? What it makes you feel confident in your own skin? The fourth thing is to get really clear about color. So a lot of times we'll buy things like maybe our favorite color is red, but when we get at home and put it on, we don't look right in red. Why are we buying red, right? So start by picking a really base color and then adding a few accent colors to really ground your wardrobe. So make sure that the colors that you choose they can mix and match and create lots of versatile outfits. So, what colors do you love, and what colors look really good against your skin and your hair? And you're going to know as soon as you try something on. I have clients when we work in their closets, they'll try clothes on, and I can just tell immediately by their facial expressions and how they feel. They feel confident and good in it.
Mm, mhm.
Or they're kind of looking at it like, oh, I don't know, they're not sure. And then it's like, well, you don't feel comfortable in that color. So just really getting clear on what colors that you love and feel good in. The fifth thing is I would never wear that. So even if you are currently feeling really murky about your personal style, most people can easily identify what they don't want to wear, right? You can
Mm.
immediately go, "Oh, I definitely don't want to wear that." So for myself, I have realized that really high-waisted jeans, I don't feel comfortable in them. I have a little bulge right there where my tummy is, and I don't like to wear high-waisted jeans. I feel like it
Mhm.
really accentuates that. So I found that out for myself when I figured out that a mid rise is better for me. So when I'm looking, if it says high rise, like a 10 to 12-inch high rise, I'm like, oh, that's not for me. I immediately know that because I know that's not what I like to wear. So really identifying what is it that you're like, oh, I never would wear that. That wouldn't feel comfortable to me.
I was thinking, I have blazers in my
Hmm.
closet because I think I
Hmm.
should wear them.
Yes,
I never wear them. I never wear
never.
them.
Like they
It's so
just make you
weird.
feel,
I'm like yeah, and I even have, like, pictures in one, like, on
uh-huh,
my website, on in
uh-huh.
this blazer, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "That looks so dumb." Like, because it's not me. I'm like, I don't wear blazers, and then I see cute blazers, and I
Yeah.
see, like, fashion people like, "Oh, it's so cute, you layer and you roll the sleeves," and I'm like, "Yes, I'm gonna try that," and then I never wear them.
That is so funny that you would say that because I feel the same about blazers. And I had several in my closet as well. I felt like business, we need to wear a blazer, we need to,
Mhm.
and if you don't feel comfortable in it, then why are we keeping that? Right. So yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. The sixth thing is to really identify your uniform. Choosing a silhouette or a basic outfit formula will make getting dressed each day as easy as really a math equation, right? So, skinny jeans, maybe a simple blouse or a sweater, and then
Mhm.
just keeping it as simple as possible while retaining your unique style. So, for instance, I love dresses, and it has taken all the guesswork out of getting dressed by just really just fully embracing a singular style and silhouette that make me honestly just feel my best. So
Mhm.
your outfit should flatter your body and make sense for your lifestyle. And then you can use shoes or accessories to elevate or dress down. So, for instance, I love dresses, but if I want to feel more casual, I'll wear tennis shoes and like a baseball cap, right? If I want it to be more dressy, heels, strap sandals, something like that. So, just really identifying what do I feel the most comfortable in? Is it jeans and a tee? Is it jeans and a blouse? What is that?
And it probably varies by season. I found myself wearing a lot of dresses this summer and skirts,
Mhm.
but
Right. Yeah.
I get cold easily. And yeah,
Mhm.
I know I live in California. People are like, oh, it doesn't get cold there, but it does. It does
Right.
get cold in
Yes.
Northern California.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
don't really want to wear them in the winter. So I assume that that kind of uniform might change a little. And we're not talking about like a Steve Jobs uniform where you have to wear the same color shirt
Right.
and this,
Right. No, no,
N-
no. No, this is like your own personal uniform, right? Something that just takes out all that drama of I don't know what to wear. Like, should I wear a dress? Should I wear jeans? Should I, whatever. So yeah, and I love the bringing up the seasonal because having like a fall winter kind of capsule wardrobe and then a spring summer capsule wardrobe helps you be able to combine the two, so or like kind of have your own individual style uniform per season. So for myself, honestly, I have dresses that I can add a sweater, add some boots, but that's something that I became clear on. So just really becoming clear for yourself of what is my personal uniform, what do I feel the
Mhm.
most comfortable in. Number 7 is to shop the catalog. So, honestly, there is no shame in finding something that really works for you and then just tripling down with that, looking at it and saying, oh, I love that. That looks good. But I encourage you when you do that to actually be able to try it on and see if you really do feel good in it. Because, like, same thing, like if you look at someone else and think that looks amazing on them, but then you get at home and try it on, like the blazer thing, right? You like try it
Mhm.
on and you're like, wait, I really don't feel comfortable in this. So shopping the catalog, if you want to just copy that style that feels good to you, but trying it on and making sure that you really do feel amazing in that will is a good way to go.
I thought when you were gonna say shop the catalog, you meant like buy all the colors in the thing that fits.
Oh
I
no,
like to
no,
do
no.
that.
Yeah.
I like this, I'll buy it in all the colors.
Every color. I have like, yeah, right? That is something that we do often. Like I've had clients where we've had to do that. They love a shirt, so they just buy it in every color. That feels simple to them. If that works for you, great. Like this is really just personal. This is about you and feeling your very best to be able to walk out just feeling amazing. The eighth thing is to keep it really neutral. So identifying your own unique style, personality, it really takes time and it shouldn't be anything that's rushed. So if you're feeling lost, start by really investing in items that are well constructed. They fit and they flatter your current body. Now, many of you may be asking, but what if I want to lose weight? And so why would I invest in all
Yeah.
this? But what is awesome about investing in just a few staple pieces is as you're losing weight, you can add a belt, you can add, something that will just make it so you can wear it for longer periods of time. So, and you can layer it, embellish it, whatever it is. So just keeping it really neutral, blacks, grays, whites are really good pieces to just invest in. And you don't have to spend a lot of money, but just something that the neutral colors are is just a really good way to start
Yeah, I do think it's just so important to wear clothes that fit your body now.
at the
Whatever
current.
that now is, yeah, like we are
Absolutely.
not motivated to lose weight or even to, eat in a way that we know is the right for our body when we feel not great, and our clothes do contribute to that. And so wearing something that fits at whatever weight you are, I think is really critical.
Absolutely. It makes you feel amazing in where you're at and loving you where you're at the
Mhm.
current time. And then just identifying a signature item. So identifying one statement piece or a signature look or an accessory that can help define your unique style personality. So for instance, I have a client who loves really big earrings and she has the funnest, cutest big earrings and she looks amazing in it because she loves them. So she just owns them and has that. And so no matter what she's wearing, even if it's just a casual tee and jeans, she has these big earrings and it's her. I also have a client who has a lot of different colored glasses. They're just fun and bold and bright, but it's her and her personality, right? So just identifying a signature item that just makes you feel amazing and really just gives a snapshot of your authentic style. So
And both of those are completely also separate from your size, which is perfect.
amazing, right? Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of makes you feel like you no matter what size you are. Number 10 is to try it on before you invest. So thinking of stepping outside of your normal look that you normally have before you take a risk and splurge on a new outfit, just try borrowing items that are outside of your comfort zone, maybe from your friends or sisters. And that way you can make sure a particular look feels good on you before you just end up spending all your hard-earned cash, right? Honestly, defining your style, it doesn't happen overnight, but it is well worth your time and your energy needed to get there. So ditching the duds and curating your closets with fewer, better pieces will help you simplify your daily routine, and then it will boost your energy and give you the energy that you need to take on the world by storm and just feel really confident in yourself. So clarity. Number 1, I think
Yeah.
it's really, really important to kind of identify that.
Perfect. So when you have something then that you're like, ah, this doesn't really feel right, what do you do? Do you save it for another day? Do you say, well, it might feel better if I'm a different size, or it might feel better in a different season? Or do you just go ahead and let go of that thing right away?
So this one might hurt a little, but I promise is for your own good. It's just to dress for the body you have right now. And honestly, just ditch the when I lose the 15 pounds collection, because this happens so often with women that I work with. Focus honestly on just creating a streamlined closet that's just filled with items that are useful, stylish, and practical for who you are, not for who you were or who you might be one day. If you have favorite items that you would like truly be excited to wear when your body changes, pack them up in just a single storage bin and get them out of your closet. And that same rule applies for like maternity clothes. Unless you are pregnant right now, those need to just be packed up and put away into a bin and put somewhere else and marked maternity. So
Mhm.
just create a closet that makes sense now. Whatever, wherever you are right now is a beautiful thing. And just embrace where you are right now. And let's get those things that are causing shame and distress out of your closet.
So you are in favor then of saving some of those things that may fit down the road if you're in a weight loss phase, but just not in your actual current closet. We just don't want to see them every day.
Exactly. I think it's fine to keep them if you love them and you feel like you're gonna wear them again, by all means keep them. But if you don't even love them, if they, if there's something like it, for instance, when I was pregnant, after I was pregnant, I thought, oh my goodness, I never want to see these clothes again, right? They just felt stretched out and didn't bring good memories. So why would I keep those for another baby or a pregnancy, right? So just really becoming clear. It's really just about that clarity. Like, do I really love this? If you do, go ahead and keep those clothes and put them away. But really be intentional. Like, do you really want 5 bins full of clothes that you're gonna fit into someday? Is that taking up valuable real estate in your home? Or would it be best to just decide, "Hey, I'm gonna keep 1 container. I'm gonna really be intentional what I wanna keep that maybe I'm going to wear someday."
I love that because I don't know why this just popped into my head, but I was thinking sometimes those clothes actually signify a time in your life that may not have been healthy. For example, if you have things that are smaller than your current size, it could be because when you were fitting into those, you were eating in a disordered way. And
Yeah.
so now, if you're like, I am eating in a way that's healthier for my body, yes, I'm probably going to be dropping some of this extra weight, but I don't want to eat in that disordered way again. Even if we were to be into a similar size, maybe those clothes represent a time in your life that wasn't really truly healthy for you. So it's possible that we don't ever even want to wear those clothes again. So for a variety of reasons, we might decide that we're going to let those things go.
Wow, that's super powerful. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. And just really letting yourself go ahead and let those go. what is it really doing sitting in a bin in your closet or even in a storage closet, collecting dust when maybe somebody else could enjoy them? Maybe it's something
Mhm.
that they would just be so excited to have, right? So donating them and thinking about what you're giving rather than what you're losing. And yeah, I love that.
On that donation note, is that your recommendation? Do you donate to just your local thrift store? How do you manage those clothes that you want to let go out of your house?
So I always have my clients do two different piles. We'll have one that's like donate, so you're donating it to your favorite local charity, or give to a friend or a relative. So those two piles, if you know somebody that's a friend or someone that you think would enjoy them, that maybe is that size, go ahead and give those to that person, letting them know, hey, if you don't love these, then go ahead and donate these. But I really highly recommend when you do that, putting that bin in your car right away so that you really are going to take it to a friend's, right? Because oftentimes that's kind of a way of making another delayed decision is I don't know if yeah, I'll just give it to this friend, but really it just is sitting in the corner of your closet. Still, every time you're looking at it, it's causing you that shame and guilt, right? So
Mhm.
let's get it out of your closet, out of the place where you're getting ready every day so that you can show up the very best version of yourself.
I also tried for a while, like, oh, I'm going to sell these things. These things are still in good condition. They're just not my style anymore. That bag sat there for like 9 months. And
Right?
finally, I'm
Yes.
like, yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm not actually going to sell this. So I just took it to the thrift store.
Yes. I know that is another category that I sometimes really try to just shy away from because that's what happens, right? We're like, yeah, I'm going to sell these. And then 9 months later, it's still sitting in your garage. So, yeah, if you
Yeah.
really are intentional and you want to do that for Poshmark or eBay or something like that, fantastic, do it. But if you know yourself well enough to know you won't, I'm saying just go ahead and let it go. It's going to feel amazing to have less, anyways.
Can you speak a little more about that? Because I think it's hard for those of us that just feel like, well, if I get rid of all of this, I won't have air quotes anything to wear. Right. But the truth is, you get dressed every day. So clearly you do have clothes.
So, like a lot of times, we think that having more clothes is going to give us more decisions. Like we're going to be able to create more outfits for more. But really, the contrary is true. When we have less and we have exactly like the whole clarity thing is about trying to clarify what is my style. When you can walk into your closet and it is so streamlined that you could choose anything in that space and wear it and love it, that feels amazing. And usually that comes from less. That comes from having actual breathing room in your closet where the hangers have space in between each hanger. And it really does look more like a boutique. When you walk into a boutique and the hangers, you can see exactly where everything is. I have a story to share about this. A few years ago, I actually got vertigo and we were getting ready to go on this really big trip. And I was just like out of commission, laying on my bed. And I was like, oh, I don't even have time to pack. How am I going to do this? I feel so sick. I can't even get up. And it was so fun. And I shared this a lot to be able to call my daughter in and say, hey, go in and just pack my clothes, and let's go on this trip. She literally walked to my closet, packed my clothes for me, and we went on this trip. And how often would you be able to do that if you didn't love everything in your closet and it didn't fit you and it didn't fit your current
Mm.
body? And it
Yeah.
taught
If
me a
you're
really
like, wait, let me see what fits to take on this trip. Like, how many times have we done that? Like, oh, I better try it on before I pack it. But you're saying everything fit. Everything was any option in there was fine. Whatever she chose was going to work for me.
and it's because I've streamlined my closet down to only the things I love, the style I love, the things that fit my current body and my current state. And so it didn't matter what she grabbed, it was going to feel amazing because I knew I loved it and I knew it was going to fit. So that taught me a lot. And
Mhm.
I share that story a lot with my clients because taking the time to really find that clarity and really just streamlining your closet will change your life. It really honestly will.
So I find that if I put something on that I'm like, I've had this on several times and I haven't worn it. Like if it's the second or third time I put on a shirt and then I change,
Mhm.
I have a bag in my closet that I'm lucky enough to have a walk-in closet, so I have room to have a bag in there, and I just put it right in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good, like, way to do it? How often do you let your clients try on something that they don't wear?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that. I love that question. So good. I have a couple of tips. So, one tip is to take your hangers and turn them all backwards. Okay. So, you take all your hangers and they're all backwards. Then, as you wear things, you put
Okay,
them
that would drive
forward.
me crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It is a little crazy. It is a little crazy. But what it does is it is as you wear it, you put it forward. So then, like after that season, whatever is backwards, you're like, obviously, I don't love this. I haven't even worn it. Right. So that's one way to weed out some of the things. The other thing is I have a same thing as you, like instead of a bag, I have a donation basket. If you have room in your closet, it's just a basket and it says donate on it. And every member of my family has this in their closets. So as they're wearing something, same thing if you try it on several times, or if you try it on and it's itchy, we tried on a sweater and it's so itchy or it's tight or something, it just goes in that donation basket. And when that donation basket's full, then we can just simply take all those items to our local charity. And I've taught my kids that too. And so then after the end of the season, just go in there, we grab all those seasonal things, and then we can go donate them. That is helpful when you're trying just to be able to eliminate the clothes that you absolutely know you're not going to wear it. Like you said, you tried it on 3 times, you're not going to wear it if you tried it on 3 times and you still don't love it. So,
Yeah, I just feel like it's helped me keep on top of things
absolutely.
that then I don't have to then it's not overwhelming to be like, "Well, I gotta spend all day trying everything on,"
Yes,
because then
yes,
then nothing feels good because you're
yeah,
just so annoyed.
yeah.
So I feel like it's if I am doing a steady weed out, it helps
Mhm.
me to keep on top of the things that aren't working for me anymore.
Absolutely. And I teach small and simple wins. It's a 20-minute win. So basically, like if you really wanted to simplify your closet, but you don't want to take everything out, pile it on your bed, that feels super overwhelming. It's just start with like just like your tops or
Mhm.
just your sweaters or just like your jeans. And then just take those out and go through those, try them on, see if they fit, see if they feel good. And 20 minutes, it's interesting how if you set a 20-minute timer, it is go time and you're like, okay, yep, I love this. And you know immediately when you try something on, I love this, or yeah, I got this. It's really not, taking the cut. So 20-minute wins is amazing what you can accomplish in just 20 minutes instead of like the big full picture.
Yeah,
Um,
dividing it into categories, that's such a great
mhm,
idea. It's like just organizing one little thing, one section of your closet.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Um, Changing gears a little bit, my daughters and I have been having this conversation of as we've been trying on more clothes because they're teenagers, and so
yeah.
it's less about me just buying whatever is the new season from Old Navy and just bringing it home for them. When they're 7 or 8, that's what you do.
Yeah.
But when they're
Yeah.
teenagers, not only do they have opinions, but they also have opinions about their bodies, and we've
Mhm.
really shifted the conversation to the clothing trying out for them. They're
Yes.
not trying the clothing to see if their body is correct. They're trying the clothing to see if the clothing itself is going to make the cut. And so they've really changed the way they speak about the clothes. They just say, this one isn't right for my body. They don't say, I'm too big for this, or this my thighs don't look good in this. They just have really, I feel like, learned, and they're teenagers, so not every
Mhm.
time, but
Yeah. Right.
it's just something that we've tried to shift that language. How do you feel about that? And is that kind of language that you've taught your clients as well?
Absolutely. And I have teenage daughters as well. And I feel like that is so important for them to recognize that what fits you and feels amazing for you is maybe not same as your friend, right? So the current style or whatever maybe looks amazing on your friend, but if it doesn't look and feel amazing to you, there's no shame in that. Like just loving you where you're at. I always encourage my younger clients. I do have some teen clients that I always encourage them, same thing with the notes on their phones. Like, let's go through your closet and let's really define what your style is, right? That same clarity. Like, what do you really love? Is it the current style or is that like something that just maybe the belly shirts or something like that just feels really uncomfortable for you, right? So deciding what feels most comfortable for you, and then writing those things that maybe you don't have on the notes on your phone. Then when you go to the store, it's interesting how our brains, when we have something written down, like, I just need a black sweater, you automatically just look for a black sweater. And then you're trying it on and saying, oh, this feels amazing. And then you can check that off your list, right? So hopefully that answered that question for you. But I think it's really important for them to just love them where they're at and not compare us to their friends or what the current style is.
Yeah.
So,
Or
yeah,
what our bodies have done in the past. I'm not
right.
generally
Yeah,
talking to teenagers on this podcast, but that's a time of a lot of change. Your body is in
absolutely.
constant flux as they're
Mhm.
growing, but even as women, I feel like my body was in constant flux for years between pregnancy and nursing and
Mhm.
all of
Yes,
that. There just was so much flux. And so sometimes the clothing fit and sometimes it didn't. And I just noticed so much how ready to wear clothing is sometimes cut for my shape and sometimes it's just not cut for me. And I just think
absolutely.
you didn't make this audition. Sorry.
I love that. I love that. You're like, you didn't make this audition. I love that. I'm going to steal that tagline. That's so great because honestly, this is the truth too, is our clothes aren't there to entertain us. Like I honestly, like we
Like
sometimes,
food.
yeah, exactly. It's not there to entertain us, and neither is our food, our clothes, right? Like it's fun, like if you're into fashion to like accessorize or do whatever. But honestly, our clothes are there to clothe our bodies and to make us just really feel confident with what we're wearing. So, for instance, like I just recently went through menopause, and there's a lot of changes that happen to your body when you're going through
Mm,
menopause, and I've had to size up and that was something that like I had a lot of shame about. Like this all everything we're talking about really does pertain to a recent experience with myself. Like I had to go in and let go of the lower size pants and just feel good about getting a higher size and being okay with that. And you know what? It's interesting now that everything in my closet really does fit me. I don't really even think about that size. Like, it's fine. It
mhm.
fits me. I feel confident in it. I found things and pieces that I love. And so, yeah, just really letting yourself just be where you're at. Now, if you're pregnant, if you're just getting off of a pregnancy, the body changes that we have, right? As women
Yeah.
throughout our life. So, yeah.
I love those little before and after videos that are like, how to fit into your jeans. It's like you just buy a pair of jeans that in your size. Like, how do you go
Exactly.
from this to that? And like the too small jeans, like the person looks, squished in like a busted can of biscuits, and then you put on a pair of jeans that actually fit properly on your body and they just look amazing. And that person obviously feels amazing. And most of those are like jokes, like,
Right.
you don't
Right. Right.
but I just think they're so cute and so, so true because how much better do you feel about your body and how much easier is it to have positive thoughts about your body? Because let's be honest, we can work on our thoughts all day long, but if we are wearing a pair of jeans that actually fit us properly, you don't have to work on your thoughts. They're just
Absolutely.
naturally there.
Oh,
And
so true.
both Jancy and I are mindset coaches. We are both trained at the life coach school. So we do help our clients change their thoughts sometimes. But I am a big fan too of just saying, let's do things where we don't have to work so hard to have to change our thoughts. And wearing jeans or dresses that fit your body currently is just such an easy way to have an easier thought day about your body, right? Because
Oh, so
bad
good.
body image days happen to all of us because we're human. That's
Yes.
just what
Yep.
happens.
Yep.
I just find I have less of them when I'm wearing jeans that aren't cutting in. Because by the end of the day, if I'm like, these jeans, they're not comfortable, like, oh,
Yep.
well, it's because they don't fit properly.
Exactly. And you feel amazing because you're getting ready. And then what it does is it brings on really awesome thoughts. Like what has happened to me is, wow, but I have this really healthy body where I can go out and hike and I can go run still. So it doesn't really matter that I have a size up of jeans. Look at the body that I have and the things that it's capable of doing. Right. And so those thoughts
Yeah,
have really been empowering. So
perfect.
yeah, love that.
Okay. Super fun conversation. Do you have anything else to add to this discussion? Anything you've thought of?
So honestly, organizing and streamlining your closet will honestly change your life. Becoming really clear on exactly what you love, the things that, as women, we really just are trend. We kind of go with the trends often. But if we can really define what our own unique style is, the greatest compliment you can receive from someone is, wow, I just feel like you are always so confident in what you wear. And honestly, you're
Mm,
like, well, that's because I know my style. I know what I love and I know who I am and I can show up my very best self, right? So taking the time to really streamline your closets down to only the things that you love and want there on purpose in your closet is so well worth your time. And it will feel amazing to only have those clothes in there that really fit and feel good for you at your current state, whatever you are at. So yeah, love
perfect.
it.
Thank you so much. Can you tell people where to connect with you or learn more about what you do? Because too bad we don't all live in your town, which actually I didn't even ask you where you lived. I can't
Oh,
remember.
I live in St. George, Utah. Yeah, so southern Utah, down by Zion's National Park. You can find me over mostly on Instagram at Finding Your Fancy, and Fancy is Fancee because my name's Jancee, Jancee. So Finding Your Fancy over on Instagram or just on my website, Finding Your Fancy is usually where you can connect with me. I am always giving a ton of free tips over on
Okay,
Instagram.
that is true. I'm always like, "Oh, look what Jancy's doing today." She probably doesn't know how much I stalk her.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. I love that. I want you to walk away from my Instagram page feeling just empowered and that you could do any of those things too. So, yeah, I'm always giving free nuggets over there. It's super fun. So, I'd love to have you hang out with me over there. So,
And do you do just one-on-one consults just right in your area, or do you do anything virtually?
yes, so it's amazing. Do a lot of virtual organizing for clients. So how that works is you book a consult with me, you show me the space that you're wanting organized, say it's your closet, and then what I do is I send product links to you so you could purchase a few things. If you give me a budget, I stick within that budget. And then we meet on a 2 to 4 hour session together. It's just through a Zoom call and I
Mhm.
help you organize your closet. So we start with that clarity and then we move from there. And by the end of our session together, you have your closet organized. So if you don't live in St. George, Utah, I've worked with clients all over the country and that's amazing. And then I also do one-on-one client calls for the mindset part of how do I let go of these clothes? So that's another way that you can work with me. So yeah,
Okay, perfect.
awesome.
Well, my sister lives in St. George.
Oh, come visit to go to lunch. That would be awesome. So fun. I love it. So
All right. Thanks so much, and we'll
thank
talk
you,
to you again another
Lisa.
time,
So fun
hopefully.
to be with you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for listening today. If you're ready to get some personalized coaching from me, I'd encourage you to schedule a free strategy session. Visit www.wellwithlisa.as.me, or it's easier just to find that link in the show notes. We'll talk about where you currently are with your weight loss goals, and I'll give you some actionable tools you can start implementing right away. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you can receive new episodes right when they're released. And if you're learning something new and enjoying the podcast, I'd love for you to leave me a 5-star rating and a review. Thanks again for joining me, Lisa Salisbury, in this episode of Eat Well, Think Well, Live Well.